Hello everyone, my name is Marah, and today's case is about Codi Bigsby, who is only 4 years old when he was last seen in Hampton, Virginia in January of 2022. I actually had made a different video about this case, but there has been some updates and I just kind of wanted to go back over the whole story. But before I get started, I just want to remind everyone that I always try to do the best research and get the most accurate information I can for every single case that I cover. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's case. Codi Bigsby was born on January 12th of 2018. He was born to his dad, CORY Bigsby, and very little is known about his mom, other than that she lives in Washington. Before Codi's disappearance, he was living with his dad and his 3 siblings. He has an older brother that's 5, and 2 younger brothers that are twins, and they are 2 years old. They all lived in a townhome in Hampton, Virginia. It said on January 31st of 2022, when CORY wakes up, he realizes that Codi is not in their townhome. This is around 9 a.m. and the police respond right away, and they start searching all the rooms in the townhome to see if they can find Codi. Police did note that his 3 other siblings were safe and unharmed. And I know an Amber Alert has to meet certain criteria for one to be issued, but it's so frustrating that one was not put out for Codi. CORY and his 3 sons were escorted to the Hampton Police Department around 1 p.m. This is where he spoke with a detective and an FBI agent. He read his Miranda rights and told he was not under arrest at this time. It was said this interview lasted until about 3 p.m. That later that night, CORY was taken into an interview room around 9:30 p.m. He also voluntarily took a polygraph test at about 10 p.m. Around 4:13 a.m., CORY makes his first request for an attorney. It said that the investigator just kept on talking and ignored his request. Not long after this, CORY made another request for an attorney. They ignored him again, and they continued questioning him until 4:45 a.m. He was then moved into another interrogation room and was kept isolated for 8 hours. Earlier in the day, Codi's 3 brothers were brought into protective custody and are with foster parents. It was said that CORY had to remain at the Hampton Police Department until he was arrested on February 3rd of 2022. He was charged with 7 counts of felony child neglect. These charges were not connected with Codi's disappearance, though. Then, on February 22nd of 2022, investigators go to their home at the Buckrow Point apartment townhomes in Hampton, Virginia. During their search, they are seen bringing out several sealed bags of evidence. Detectives said that the evidence that they found did not match the stories that CORY had told them about the last time that he had seen Codi. So, on July 10th of 2022, CORY Bigsby was charged with up to 30 felonies. Some of these charges include child abuse, child neglect, and some of the misdemeanors that he received were for failure to secure medical attention for an injured child. He also admitted to leaving the kids home alone on multiple occasions. CORY also told police that his kids were too much of a handful, and that he supposedly have never thought about getting a babysitter. And if he's charged, he could face up to 162 years in prison. And throughout this whole time, authorities have assumed that Codi is dead. But throughout all their searches and all their investigating, they have not been able to find his body. And then on Monday, June 5th, 2023, Codi Bigsby was indicted by a grand jury. He has been charged with the concealment of a dead body and of murder. It's alleged that the murder happened on June 18th of 2021, but he wasn't reported missing until January 31st of 2022. So, if this is true, CORY waited 7 months to report Codi as missing. But on Wednesday, June 21st of 2023, CORY Bigsby, after being denied bond multiple times in the past, was granted an $80,000 bond by Judge James Hawks. He was released from jail on Wednesday, June 21st at 7:15 p.m. CORY plans on staying with his oldest daughter who lives in Norfolk, Virginia. It says his curfew is 6 p.m. to 8 a.m., and he cannot leave the house except for going to the doctor and meeting with his attorneys. He also is not allowed to have any contact with his younger children. Cory will appear back in court on August 25th of 2023 for a mental competency hearing, where the doctors that have treated him are going to testify. If he is found competent, Cory will have to stand trial for Codi's murder sometime in October of 2023. But wow, I was just so shocked to see this news. And I definitely know that he is innocent until proven guilty, but they have to have something on him to go after these extra charges of murder and concealment of a body. I just was so shocked that they gave him bond, that they didn't just make him sit until his trial, or until he was found medically competent to stand trial. And in my first video, I did kind of lean more towards Cory not getting fair treatment when he first was interviewed, which is definitely still true if it really did happen where he was not allowed to get a lawyer while he was asking. And I know all of us really want, though, is for Codi to have some type of justice. And if Cory is guilty, it just scares me that he's out. I get that he's monitored and all that, but stuff can still happen. But I want to hear your opinions. Do you think it was a good idea for them to let him have bond? Or do you think he should have had to sit and wait until his trial? Also, do you think Codi will be able to get any type of justice? So much stuff is just still up in the air, and I guess we'll see. I plan on continuing to follow this case, and I hope you'll like this video, that you'll subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.